Hey there, Liz. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. So glad to see you and glad that we're going to do this. We're going to speak with a loved one today. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Liz, you've never had a reading with a medium before. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And can I ask how you found either myself or the podcast?
So I found the podcast. I've just been looking to become more spiritual and in touch with that side of myself. And I was just searching on iHeart and it came up and I listened to one episode and it just spiraled from there. And now I think I've heard almost every single episode that you have.
Woohoo, 100 episodes and counting. Good for you, Liz. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Okay, I'm ready to get started. We're going to both close our eyes right now. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just relaxing, softening the shoulders and the jaw, letting go of everything we brought before this moment to stay fully present in this moment. Another breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, Liz, do me a favor. State your first name and the phrase, "It's a beautiful day."
Liz, it's a beautiful day.
Great. You can open your eyes now. Now state the first name of the loved one that you'd like to connect with.
Joan.
I feel Joan an emotional person. Like you see, I paused for a moment there because I felt so much emotion coming through my chest. And I feel maybe a little anxiety too, like she didn't know what to say when she was in the physical world. Either of those making sense to you, Liz? Yes, no, or maybe.
Yes.
And I feel like I've got the wind taken out of me. Like I've just got, you know how you just whew, something just like came and whew. Is that making sense?
Yes.
She's very loving and she wants to speak like using her words, but doesn't really know how to speak to me as a medium. So when she was here in the physical world, would you say, maybe she didn't believe in this sort of thing, or she would never go see a medium, anything like that?
That does not make sense. No.
Okay. I'm just going by the interpretation that she can't speak, but it could also mean, again, we stated you've never seen a medium before, so this person has never come through before, so she's working that out with me. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes. And I talked to her while I talked to you, and I'm saying it's okay. You don't have to speak words. You can just use my mind because I hear you and I see you. She's very forefront, like in front of me, like, ooh, then what's going on here? I want to understand this more. I don't feel it's been really that long since she crossed. Would it be less than 5 years?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. That would be another reason why she's a little tentative getting through to me. I just keep giving her the vibes, and you keep saying in your head also, it's okay, you can talk, you can do this. Give her all the props, okay? So I'm going to say yesterday, because this normally doesn't happen. If I'm doing a reading, I don't get stuff until I log on and we start. But I'm saying yesterday there was a mother figure that came to me. Would this person either be mother or grandmother figure?
Mother.
Thank you. So she came yesterday, which I like about her, right? She knew. You see, I told you at the beginning. Remember I said during our little talk at the beginning that spirit already knows what's going on. So she came last night. She came again this morning at some point. I think it was early in the morning. And I said, if you're for my reading, we can't chat. I need to either sleep or go do some morning things. You understand?
Yes.
So she was excited about being here.
Yes.
Was there some confusion about her and the final days before her crossing? Would that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. But do you think she wasn't spitting out the words she wanted to spit out? Do you think because of the confusion, something about confusion I'm sensing and her not talking? Were you maybe not getting the words you wanted to hear, or she just wasn't able to express herself?
Probably both.
Okay, we'll go with that. But you see how this works for me, yes?
Yeah.
You doing okay?
Yes.
Again, your first time, this is the way I work, and you already listened to my podcast, so you understand. Take a breath with me, all right? Can you say her first name again?
Joan.
Would you say she was a studious person? Either read a lot of books, went to a lot of schooling, maybe she was a teacher, something like that. Yes, no, or maybe?
Yes.
Thank you. Because I'm seeing my image of a dictionary, like I wanted to learn a lot of new words. She maybe used a lot of words that maybe people didn't understand, but she was always looking for more. Do you understand when I say that?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. She wanted to be in control of time or days.
The control part sounds accurate.
So maybe in her head,
Yes.
like obsessive OCD is about that mind chatter. And I was feeling my own issues with being obsessed with the time. Like, how long will I have to get there? I got to make sure I figure out which route I'm going to take and how long it's going to take me. Do you understand now?
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Do you know she had some sort of low level depression?
I believe that.
Thank you. I'm definitely feeling that with her. She's fine now. If I haven't said that yet, I
Thank
apologize.
you.
She's fine, right? But she's going to always bring up what was happening because how are we going to know we have her if he doesn't bring up the way she was, right?
Yes.
I feel a lot of things got twisted with her. I'm not sure if she's showing me her life or within her own being. Things got twisted. Stuff just got twisted. Things that were said that shouldn't, that got taken the wrong way. Any of that making sense?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. I have to I have to pause a lot because I'm pushing her each time. She's showing me a lot of good stuff, but I want to eventually get her words to talk to you. You understand?
Yes.
Was she an animal lover? There's a dog with her.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Okay, there's a dog with her. Not really getting a full image of it. I just see her hugging it. So would it be small enough to hold?
A few might be. Yes.
Okay, she has more than
Yeah.
one. Did I say first an animal lover
Yes.
before I said a dog? Okay. So she has a dog, specific one with her right now in her arms. Like that's making her very comfortable. You understand what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes.
I want to say it's frou-frou-y white, but kind of like it needs a bath. I could really comb it out. Any of that making sense with a dog that you might know that was hers?
Um, Not that I recall, no.
Like dirty white. I want to comb it. Did she always brush the dogs?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. We don't know how she's bringing stuff to me, but I have to interpret the image, right?
Yes.
Let's go backwards. Anything, do you have questions about what we talked about so far? And do you want to elaborate on anything that when we first started talking, that rush I felt against me, was that how she crossed?
Um, I believe so. Uh, I think she was surprised. I don't think she knew it was coming. She didn't give any indication.
It doesn't feel like she was sick a long time. Like I feel the depression lasted a lot longer than the illness, or she didn't admit she was sick for a long time.
I think that part is more accurate.
Yes, yes. She's telling me now, I had everything in my hands. I didn't know what to do with it though. And I'm asking her, can you explain that a little bit more? I felt like I had so much here in my hands. I said, do you mean so much going on? Is that making any sense, Liz?
Yes.
Yes. And like my hands are tired now. Like I've been holding them up right now myself as her, but I feel like I got so tired, right? I just wanted to drop. I just wanted to let everything fall away. I just, it's not that I couldn't, I didn't know how. Does that make sense, Liz?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. She found comfort though. I'm getting something in my throat. She found comfort, though. I don't know if flowers or planting, gardening, anything like that making sense?
Yes.
Yes, good. So that was a big comfort to me. But then I came in the house or something about one room in the house that was just cluttered. So then maybe she couldn't get rid of clutter. Was that correct?
Yes.
Yes. And you see how that's an indication about what's happening in your mind. And was it just one room or
No.
no, it was a lot more than that? Okay. She's only showing me one room. I guess I should say thank you. Is that what you're saying, Liz?
Yeah.
So I got this little thing in my throat, which is my symbol for, I just couldn't say the words I wanted to say. And again, she says, Donna, it's not that I couldn't, just didn't know how. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And she's saying, I don't want you, talking to you, Liz, I don't want you to take that as an indication of that I didn't want to talk to you. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm looking around her. I'm asking, did you speak to anybody? Did you find things? She said, I sought something that I never found. Ooh, that was very profound. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes. She feels now she's very light in her body. Like even the dress that she has on is very like ginghamy, flimsy, like the breeze could just blow right through it. She just feels very light right now. Would that be the opposite, or was that how she was in the physical world also?
I think that's the opposite.
The opposite. So confirmation for you that she's light. You understand now?
Yes.
Light, not just in brightness, but light as in I don't have anything. I don't have the weight of the world on me. I don't have the struggle. Nothing hurts anymore. Do you understand that, Liz?
Yes.
Yes. Liz, did you want me to say something before you came to this reading? Did you ask for something to for me to say from her that you knew it was her? Did you say, "Hey, mom, will you say this?"
Yes.
Yes, no.
Yes.
You did, yes. And have we said it yet?
No.
No, but you see what she told me. She told me she knew you asked. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but she knew you asked. She knew you asked for something. That would be your answer. She heard you. She always hears you, right? She always hears you. She's saying she understands now more the connection of what's happening right now. She understands it. She understands what she needs to do. I'm telling her to go see my dad, Moose, who teaches classes about how to send a sign. What's the horse? The pony, she said. What about the pony? Does she like horses? Does she want to send you a pony picture?
Oh my gosh, that doesn't sound familiar. Can I give you a little piece of information?
Yes. Does it have to do with a horse or a pony?
Well, it does. She was born and raised in Texas, and just like very much into like the Western Southwest theme and Native Americans. So that's the only thing that would potentially bring me to a horse.
It feels comforting. Did she work with horses when she was living in Texas?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Like, do you know if she ever took riding lessons? It feels like she said pony first, and it felt very comforting to me, just like the dog.
Hmm.
So it felt like, something maybe passed and she has the pony also with her. You understand what I'm saying? Yes?
Yes.
I'm telling her we can't confirm that, but I'm so happy the pony is giving you comfort, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I give what I get, right?
Right.
And I trust that she's giving me that sign, especially if you can't confirm it. But I'm going to go with it still and put it to the
Okay.
side because you don't know down the road, later today, you may see a pony online. Someone may send you a picture. Look at this cute little pony I just sent you. I just saw on the road. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
The messages can come through later on too. So if you see a pony later, you're going to say, Thanks, Mom. Because it all came around talking about sending signs in my head, going to see dad, my dad. We don't know if that's going to be your sign now from her.
Okay.
She's going to show
Okay.
you a pony, but something is very comforting about that. I know we talked about books with her before, but did she work in the library or she took out library books?
No, she just read all the time.
Oh, okay. Confirmation. Love that about her. She says, I just want to express even more now that I am not weighted down by anything. You understand that?
Yes.
And she's saying, and I also need you to not be weighted down by anything also. Do you understand that?
Yes.
She said, I take comfort in your comfort. So when I see you comfortable or being comforted, I feel that. And in return, when I feel that, you're going to feel me more. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes. So, Liz, do you feel like maybe you search for that comfort?
Absolutely.
Okay. So now you understand she wants to be a part of that. So in those moments where either someone, because she said comforted or comfortable. So when I say comforted, I mean something is out there wanting to comfort you, whether it's a person or music or a TV show. You understand?
Yes.
And she's with you when that is happening. Can you accept that?
Yes.
She said, Donna, I've tried to like touch her on the head, flick her on the head. I've tried a couple times. I don't know if it worked. Did it work, Liz?
Um, I did not feel my head. I felt my hand.
So you felt something touch you.
Yes.
She's trying. When she said, I tried for the head and I got the hands. Well, Joan, that would be okay.
Yeah.
So that's her. Know that that's her when you feel that. If you question that, that is her. She gives you great confirmation because she was just doing this. She was like tapping, showing me she wants to tap on the side of your head like this. This is my right side. That's what she wants to do. I said, are you trying to get her attention? Are you just trying to show her you're there? She said, yes, all of the above. So when you feel that, and it might send like a shiver down your arms or something, then that is her. Got it?
Yep.
Love that about her. Doing good, Joan. How you doing, Liz?
I'm good.
Good breath. Keep breathing. And your mom's mom, your grandmother, is she still here in the physical world?
No.
So she's around also. She crossed before your mom crossed?
Correct.
So it took her a bit to come this way because she's more out there, right? She's more in the upper levels where, as soon as you learn all of this other stuff, if you've not been gone that long, you do a lot of learning and then you kind of just flow in between dimensions. But your grandmother came through later because she was up there. She was like, oh, wait, let me come down. Look what's happening. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I feel your mom's mom, your grandmother, was she very doting on your mother? Like, fix this, fix that, make sure this, make sure that.
Not that I'm aware of. I was young when she was around the most, so I don't think I was receptive to what was happening or not understanding what was happening around me.
It feels that way to me. That's what she's showing me. Fix it up, do this, fix that. And it maybe made your mother very anxious. Do you understand? She would have taken that with her. So this would have been obviously when she was young as a child.
Yes. Okay, that would make more sense then, yes.
Got it. And they're having a little conversation right now. I don't know if they haven't had one yet or they're just showing me this because I consider these a little intervention for you, which means I have to see it in order to say it, but it doesn't mean that they haven't done it before. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So they're having a conversation. But I feel they haven't seen each other in a long time. And I know you've already stated that. She crossed
Yes.
a while before your mom did. But I also feel your grandmother could run circles around anybody.
That makes sense.
Okay. Any questions again about what we talked about so far, or do you want to elaborate on anything else?
Not at the moment. I'm just curious to see if my grandmother has anything for me. I wasn't expecting her to show up.
Well, nobody expects a second person to come in,
Well, sure.
but there's a reason we only do one because you spend a lot of time on one. They're having a good conversation. I'm asking, I'm stating, your mother's very emotional, speaking to your grandmother.
Okay.
I feel they're getting stuff out because they're on that level, right? Of doing the soul journey, the soul movie about what you've done when you were in the physical world, and they've got to go over it. I feel your mom's getting that now, but it doesn't take that much time, so they're really discussing things. Your mom says she knows how much I love her. I don't think that was ever a doubt, even if I didn't say it. Does that make sense, Liz?
Yeah.
She said I was plugged in to everything you were doing. I never unplugged myself from you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
She goes, you may have thought that, whether I wasn't interested or I didn't care, any of those things. But she said, I was always plugged in, though. I was always plugged in. I was always worried. Even though I couldn't express it, or maybe I didn't say anything, I was plugged into you. You got it?
Yes.
Does that bring you some comfort?
Yes.
I'm getting a little bit of a stomach ache. Did your mom struggle with stomach stuff?
Yes.
Thank you. So she's really good for the first time. She's doing very well, your mom, very well. You should be very proud of her. Tell her, thank you.
Oh, I'm so proud. Thank you, Mom.
Good job. Good job. A little dicey at the beginning. That's how it happens. A little slower, but she's got to get used to this.
Yeah.
And it's your first time too. It says a lot about you that you're open to this, because if you were closed off, a lot of this wouldn't happen. Do you understand? Okay, anything else you want to either say to your mom or a question for your mom?
I do have a question just about her passing. Just because of the way she acted the day that she passed. I had been at her house and she kept calling me. I was getting ready to leave and she kept calling me back into her room for one more thing, you know.
Mm. Well, that had to be hard. I'm so sorry.
So the next day I just felt like she knew it was coming.
While you were saying that, my stomach really hurt. So I'm not sure. She's not telling me that.
Okay.
If she's showing me these physical signs, I could say she had some inclination, whatever it was getting worse.
Okay. That makes sense.
And that, yeah, that would be what I felt. Was she physically ill? Did she have a diagnosis?
She was ill for a long time and then she caught COVID and just spiraled kind of from there. And she had gone to a live-in rehab facility, was getting stronger, was getting better. We thought she was getting better. She had a doctor's appointment the next day. She had a home nurse coming to help her. And so it was just kind of like I got a phone call at 5 a.m. and was just completely dumbfounded and could not believe it. You brought up the gardening, the flowers.
Mhm.
Can you ask her if the morning glory is her?
I would say yes. She showed me a lot of green,
Okay.
like, I don't know, morning glories. Are they mostly green throughout the year and then they just bloom?
So they're flowy. Yeah, so I've never had one before. My one of my kids gave me one for Mother's Day the year that she passed. So that was in May. It never bloomed, this darn plant, and I kill every plant. This is the only plant I have ever kept alive. And shortly after she passed, there was one bloom on this long string of vine, and then it died off and it never bloomed again.
I saw when I said that mostly green. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to say, let's go with that.
Okay.
We're going to go back to the flowing. Remember, I said flowing, and that's what vines mean to me, flowing.
Yeah.
So as you re-listen to this, you're going to pick up more and more things. Like, oh, that's what she meant. Oh, now I understand that. That's the way it works. And these are shorter readings. So I'm trying to get everything I can out of her. So while you're talking, I'm pushing her and listening to you. All of that's going on in my head. She did very well for someone that didn't cross that long ago. And for the first time, I'll say that again. She's still chatting with grandma. So I'm thinking there was a lot that they're trying to figure out. And it could just mean conversation. Like, do you have to have? Remember, I said they like having a little intervention. So is there some conversation that you need to have with someone? Just saying it could be a little bit of a reflection.
I mean, it could be with my siblings.
Okay. Because we carry down, right? We carry all of that with us. Everything my mother learned and my grandmother learned. There's always something to learn. So I'm going to go with that, right? They want communication. I keep looking at her and want her to look at me, but she's not. They're keeping the connection, right? So keep the connection. Those are important words. Keep the connection with the family. Do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
Have the conversation. Doesn't mean anybody's going to understand it, but have the conversation. You got it?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions?
I don't think so.
She did so good and you did so good. How do you feel after your first one?
Like, I just have a whole weight lifted off of me. I was having so much anxiety leading up to this, and I feel like the last hour beforehand was just an eternity.
So I'm glad. And remember, weight lifted for her also.
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to remember when you re-listen and go, that was for me too. So everything that came out of my mouth during this reading meant something. That's why I say to everyone, go back and listen again when you're less anxious and less emotional, and you will hear more. All right?
Okay.
All right, let's close our eyes again. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Thank you for showing up. Thank you to our loved ones and our guides. May we be content and may we be at peace in that contentment. Namaste.